everybody.
Hey, what's going on, guys?
I am Janae Strother.
I'm Sean Spencer.
Back.
We are back.
We are back, ladies and gentlemen.
I gotta go out and hold up.
Come on. The lion. The lion. New music, so fine. Kirk Cousins.
All right. I am Janae Strother.
I am Sean Spencer.
And this is Let's Talk Football.
Do you know what today is? It's Washington Football Weekly on Wednesday. Do you know what today is? It's Washington Football Weekly on Wednesday. You already know what it is. It's your boy, Sean Spencer, one half that dynamic duo that's Let's Talk Football, and 1/4 of the fearsome foursome that is Washington Football Weekly. And you already know it's Wednesday. Happy hump day, ladies and gentlemen. And I'm here with the crew, the posse, my guys. Underneath, you already know who it is. Where in the world is Anton Benton, Mr. Moral Support in the building. Welcome back, my man. Welcome back, buddy. You already know. And down in this corner over here, I'm trying to point. There you are. My man, the shirtless wonder, Mr. Moist himself, and in the building. Hey, and ladies and gentlemen, I know it's a little dark on that side. It's a little dark, but it's okay, though, because he's a ray of sunshine, baby boy. He's a ray of sunshine. My man, Nathan, Mr. I got the smooth groove on your tube. Snell in the building, man.
I like it.
Podcast original, my man grinding. So glad to welcome you on the show. Gentlemen, how are we doing today?
Blessed, man. Blessed. I'm ready to get some therapy in.
Absolutely.
Yes, sir.
Absolutely.
Yes, sir. Definitely want we have to take a moment and shout out South Carolina's eggplant. Mr. Dub K, Will Kramer himself, got some family visiting from Germany. He will not be with us this week, but he will return next week. We'll hold down the fort for you, buddy. You know we got you. But don't worry about it, ladies and gentlemen. We got somebody that's fully capable of handling his business. He's got his own podcast. He's out there putting it on YouTube, dominating the game. You want to know anything about WNBA, NBA, baseball, football, Olympics, just regular conversation, any current events? My man over here, he's doing his thing right here. He's doing his thing. I appreciate that. Guys, now we do have to say this because my man is on Let's Talk Football. He is our Baltimore Ravens insider, but as you know, there's only one team represented here. There's only one team represented. So we're going to give you a minute since you said, you told us on the green screen that you was a Washington fan. Talk to us about your Washington fanhood, brother.
Well, my dad grew up as a Redskin fan when, obviously the Colts left in the middle of a cold night. So he always told me these stories about the Washington football team. And I always grew up on the Redskins as well, Ravens. And I grew up on guys like Stephen Davis, Jeff George, Chris Samuels, Champ Bailey. I'm trying to think of some other cats. Bruce Smith, even though he's at the end of his prime.
Clinton
Portis, Sean Taylor, LeVar Arrington. So Santana Moss. Shout out to Santana Moss. I actually met him one time at a community college I used to go to.
Right.
He came to speak at an event for a program that I was a part of for black men, to support black men, get them to a college. So,
right. And I'm glad you mentioned that. I'm glad you mentioned that. We love our partner, Will Kramer. He holds it down for us. He does his thing. But I'd be remiss if I did not shout out the true beauty of having 4 educated, articulate black brothers on here, giving you the talking about the sport we love, the team we love. Gentlemen, I'm just gonna go ahead and give us a little love on that because hey, when in this day and age, when everything else is out there, they talking this and they talking that, I'm glad we got 4 brothers that know what they're talking about and are ready to get it done. Now listen, at the beginning of the show, you already know we go ahead and we throw you the birthdays. A week ago, I shouted out my baby, Catherine Hughes. She had her birthday on Saturday. Shout out, happy birthday to you. Before the show last week, my man Av said, isn't she a twin? Yes, she is. So I have to shout out her twin sister, Kristina Hughes. I'm sorry, Kristina. I was just trying to give my baby a little, her own spotlight. But it was your birthday too, Kristina. I am so happy I know you. You are an amazing person. Gentlemen, if you ever want to go to Chicago and you ever want to go around to any of the city in Wrigley or any of the areas and know all the deals, you go to Kristina Hughes. Is she a tour guide? No, but she needs to be. She's what you call, have you ever heard of Zagat? Where that little thing that looks up and shows you all the deals in the city and all the places where to go? We call her the Human Zagat because she will tell you every deal, every $2 taco place, every, this place has, $2 drinks for 4 to 7. This place has, half off this and this and that. Every time we go over there, she dominates the game and she sets it up. So Kristina, my dear, you've always been a blessing to me when I was in Chicago. I have to shout you out. And I got to shout out my man Ab for he set me straight because last week thank you, Ab. Thank you. See, that's iron sharpens iron right there.
Good job, man.
I tried, Kristina. I tried.
So shout out to you. But I would be remiss if I did not mention the birthday that we celebrated yesterday. The mother of these 2 beautiful girls, the amazing, the beautiful, the highly intelligent, and the accepting Mrs. Fran Hughes. We want to say thank you so much. Gentlemen, I went over there this weekend to go get Kat from West Virginia, and on Kat's birthday, Miss Hughes cooked 10 pounds of ribs, 2 pounds of chicken, mashed potatoes, greens, baked beans, just killing it. And then they had breakfast, French toast, eggs, bacon in the morning. I mean, just killing it. And
I mean, my lip is just about to.
I'm drooling.
I wish I had pictures for y'all. She took care of me. She always takes care of me, and I so appreciate you, Miss Hughes. I will send you a video of this a little bit later. I appreciate you. I hope you had the best birthday. I know Kat and them took her out shopping and all that stuff yesterday, and she was worn out. They definitely shopped till they dropped. So I love you dearly. I appreciate you for everything you've done. She's always made me feel very comfortable in a place that might not appear as comfortable for somebody that looks like us in West Virginia. So let's put that. Wow. So yes, with that being said, definitely shouting y'all out. But we are here with Washington Football Weekly. I'm here with my guys. We're getting it in. And you know what, man? It is a dead part of the month. There's not a lot of stuff going on. We're right before the Hall of Fame game and the preseason games and all that stuff. We're right after the mini camps and all that. So we're kind of in this, this dry period where there's not much going on. So one of the questions that we definitely wanted to ask, and I'm going to bring it to Anton first, 2021, who's going to be the breakout player in Washington? I've been thinking about this. What do you think, Anton?
I mean, in my own good heart, I think Jamon Davis is going to be it. Like, I really think he's going to be a highlight to get into the ball.
Yeah.
Getting tackles, and he's going to be on that list. Like, he's got the most tackles of the year. I think that's where he will stand out as like the most improved player with doing that, being able to get to the ball like he has done in college.
I like that. What you think, Ab?
Okay. It's too easy to say Chase Young. It's too easy. It's too easy to say Brandon Sheriff. It's just too easy.
Say Heineke.
It's too easy to say. Oh my gosh, Terry McLaurin. It's too easy to say that. I'm really gonna. So my pick is going to be Gibson. Like he showed a little bit what he had, and we haven't had 1,000-yard running back since what, Alfred Morris, or no, AP.
AP.
But that was
Yeah.
inconsistent 1 year.
I'm sorry.
So I think we can go to Morris as a more consistent was there.
Yeah. So and Antonio Gibson missed a game or two with that toe, and he was. And when I say like 1,000-yard running back, my man had like 917. Like, so it wasn't like, you know what I'm saying, like if he would have played that game or two, like he would have definitely got that 1,000 yards. So when I say breakout player, and I know and honestly, it's probably too easy for me to say Gibson right now as our breakout player, but that's what I'm liking, man. I think we can grind out the clock a little bit with this man, and his true colors. And when I say 1,000 yards, I don't think it's going to be just 1,000 yards. Look out for him to be like 1,300.
Get it.
100 yards.
Get it.
I like that.
Especially with that extra game, bro. 1,400.
I like that.
Let him get that like real quick.
Throw it up.
There you go. There you go.
1,400, bro. And I'm trying to tell you, my man gonna get it. He gonna get it. And I'll say a real close second place. Logan Thomas, baby. Don't forget Logan Thomas, man. Come on.
like that.
He's gonna be tight end of the year. If he can do better than last year, he's gonna be tight end of the year, man.
I can say that's what's up. Oh, I like that. All right. Hey, Nate, man, what you got, man?
I gotta say Curtis Samuel. I know Curtis Samuel played a little bit wide receiver and a little bit running back last year. I think he has the ability now. He's playing alongside Terry. I think that those two are going to be a good duo in Washington, and like Curtis has the tools to elevate his game. So I'm looking at Curtis Samuel for sure. So I think Washington. I'm telling you, that's going to be a scary duo, in my opinion.
Yeah, and honestly, I mean, I'm going to piggyback on you, Nate. I think that to go with what Ab was saying, I think the running game is going to be great. And what you were saying with Curtis Samuel and how he's going to be great, I think, and I already know y'all think I'm biased, whatever. I love my North Carolina boys. But I think the fact that Scary Terry McLaurin and Curtis Samuel are there, De'Ami Brown's going to have a breakout year. I think him being in the slot with that speed and having those two guys, Terry McLaurin's going to
taking all the traffic.
Right. They're going to take, and he's going to hit them crossing patterns and just break it deep. I really feel like he's going to be the guy that's going to be like, I'm not saying Pro Bowl, but I'm saying 700-800 yards receiving and, eight touchdowns. Like I'm seeing him really, come out and do something this year just because there's not going to be that much attention on him. He's still going to be perceived as a rookie. You know what I mean? So I'm going in that direction. I'm definitely going in that direction. But I like where y'all are going. Anton, I really like what you were saying about defense. I think in a position that we need, I think he's going to show up at linebacker. So
De'Ami Brown, remember, I chose him to take Adam Humphrey's spot.
Yeah, that's right. You did say that.
You did a draft.
I called that. So I just want to let you go. I'm still holding. I say Adam Humphries is not making the team, and De'Ami Brown is taking his spot. And just add what you were saying, Sean, that he's going to be taking that slot spot, and then it's going to be him and Logan Thomas all day. I can definitely
I want to give you some confidence behind that, Abdul. When I was reading some of the stuff about him, like they're saying he's picking up some of those routes really quick. So he's a quick learner on getting his system down. And if he can do that, let's say like more likely the rookie ain't going to be on first 4 games, 5 games.
Right.
But if he really sees how it is on the field, puts it into practice, gets his ass out there on the 6th, maybe 5th, 6th game, That's our biggest games. If he shows out like those open routes that you're saying, Sean, bro can have a good year.
Yeah.
And honestly, I don't even. Maybe I'm biased. I'm a North Carolina guy, but I don't even think it's gonna be until the 5th or 6th game. Nate, I'm coming to you, Nate. Like, honestly, the way Fitz throws the ball, the way we have that threat in the backfield with McKissick and Gibson, and then you have the two-headed monster with Samuels and McLaurin. I think and Logan Thomas, we cannot forget about him because he's a viable threat. Nate, I think De'Ami Brown he's gonna get lost in the weeds and just gonna show out.
Oh, for sure. He's definitely. But also too, let's keep in mind, Ron could actually put him out there, the first game, a couple possessions, if it's like a third down or, maybe like a 2nd and 15, to see what, let's test the waters with him because, you can switch him out. Maybe you can have him come out like for example, like have take Terry out and put Yami in there.
Mm-hmm.
And see like the dynamic. See like, okay, what's the best adjustment? But I can see Yami out there getting some touches week 1.
Yeah. Oh yeah, he gonna get some. And the way they run their offense with McKissick always running the option, or not the option, but going in motion and how they play off a lot of that stuff. I really think that he's gonna get some attention from a pass heavy offense.
Wear out our damn wide receivers this year. I'm telling you.
I'm jumping on the bandwagon. What you're saying, Sean. I don't even think it takes them the second preseason game before they realize he's their starter, bro. Cool. Honestly, it's like they have 3 diverse players between Brown, Samuels, and McLaurin. And so I think third preseason game, they're going to be like, these are our 3, and that's where it's going to be. And so they're not even going to wait till then. So it's not even going to be 4 games. I'm trying to just so you guys remember, McLaurin, it only took them 2 games. Like he was supposed to be our punt returner, and didn't even get put into motion, bro. He just started balling out in the preseason, and then they were like, okay, that's our guy. He's our guy, and we're not even going to put him in the last game. And so I think that's going to be the same thing for De'Ami, and he's not that's where Adam Humphries is going to lose his spot at. Adam Humphries might not even make it out of preseason, y'all. I'm trying to tell you. He might not even make it out of preseason. Okay, so just put that.
I got to shout out real quick, Nate. I got to shout out our guests who are watching. My lovely host, the most dominant Cowboys fan I've known, already throwing some shade. Washington's going to lose to Dallas this year. You heard it here first.
They getting a beat down.
They're wrong. Hey, wait, we're the football team, and we haven't lost to y'all. So.
They getting a beat down.
Shout out to Janae. Can't wait until Let's Talk Football starts. We started back in the fall, man. We doing it big. Yo, appreciate you coming on and joining the show for a little bit. Janae Struther, get out of here with the Dallas nonsense. Because we're going to talk about your squad later. We'll talk about your boys later, all right? With that being said, I'm loving what you guys are saying. We definitely, going through everything that we've gone through, I know a lot of us have made this comment that we're not going to pick up a jersey anytime soon. And then until the beginning of last year when we got that boy Chase Young. Then they changed their mind So, and I'm going to start with you, Ab. Where would you go first? If you were going to get a jersey, and first we're going to start with current. If you were going to get a current jersey, would you spend the money, A? And B, if you were to spend the money, who would you spend the money to get currently that's playing for us?
I'm still holding fast to what. Hey, put your ear away. I'm still holding fast. I'm still holding fast to what I was saying. I'm not getting a jersey under this Washington football team tagline. I'm still not doing it. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm waiting until our name changes. I really, really am. And I'm also add this in here. I already got my jersey for right now for the most current team. I already did. In that little window between the draft and when they changed our name, it was like a few weeks like in between there. I already got my Chase Young, baby. So I like, you know what I'm saying? It says Chase Young Redskins on it.
Okay. I like that. I like that.
So I'm trying to tell you, man, it's real nice. It's real nice. So, but if I have to pick, since I already got my already current jersey, I'm just for the sake of the show, I'm gonna get another name, Baby Girl. Sorry, guys. I'm gonna have to pick. I'm going to have to pick. You have Terry McLaurin, bro. Like to me, like you got to me. I think I think you have to get a player that's got the longevity enough to be on the team. You know what I'm saying? Like something they're going to get several contracts afterwards. You know what I'm saying? So to me, I think Terry McLaurin's that dude. Like he's got enough respect, and honestly, he's got that hype too. Honestly, other than that, I'd pick. I'd go back to my man Gibson again. Gibson is another hardcore one, bro. I definitely would get him again. So
I like that. Nate, if you were gonna buy a Washington, I know you like wearing the purple, and we don't fault you for it. But if you was going to don that burgundy and that gold, baby, who would you pick, man? Who would you pick?
Okay, so
This
I'm doing current.
Yeah.
Current, I would have to say Chase Young.
yeah, it's too easy, man.
I would have to say Chase Young. Like I just think like when they drafted him, like I see the direction that the team is going in, especially like the type of player that Chase is, because he has that he never cheats you out of a game.
Yeah.
He's gonna leave it all on the field, and like I don't care when he said like when they played against Tampa, like he still played his ass off. Even though unfortunately they lost to Tom Brady, but that's either here or there. But Chase Young be my current jersey, and then my throwback, I gotta go with Champ Bailey.
Wait, man, wait.
Don't get ahead. Don't come on this show and start.
Don't be owning that. Come on, bro.
So we had to welcome you on the show. We had to welcome you on, but hey, hold up, brother. But hey, no, you know what? I mean, I completely agree with you. I mean, Chase Young is the guy that you would get, but and had we been going back just on last year, I would have said that. I would have gone Chase Young because there's nobody else that I'm going to spend any money on, and he's very worth it.
I would say honorable mention Brandon Sheriff too, the offensive lineman.
I see that.
He's been the only consistent one though that's been on that line the longest.
Right. Now I got to go with my guy, obviously De'Ami Brown out of North Carolina. I absolutely have been eyeing the jersey, looking at it. I don't like that it says Washington Football Team, but I love that a North Carolina guy came to us, so I definitely got to go there. And as far as an honorable mention, I know y'all gonna dog me for this, but I think I was the only one of y'all that was excited when he came. Yeah. The magic, baby. I'm gonna get it just for the magic, and I'm gonna grow it out. If y'all don't know, ladies and gentlemen, I've been growing my hair out for the last, I think, about 6 months. And I'm going to grow it out until Mr. Patrick either gets taken out the game or he starts to be terrible. And because in honor of his beard, which
starts to get terrible.
Oh my God!
So it's going to be like game 4 or 5
you
or
ain't
6.
growing it out that long, huh?
That's why I got the head start. Okay. Let's go. So Anton, who you got, man? Who you got as the guy that currently that you pick up?
Good. Guys got me good. Honestly, McLaurin is one of the best. And definitely I want to take him. But if I really had to put my effort, I'd say Logan Thomas.
Oh,
he's definitely like I have a Brandon Banks one. Like, he was one that gave me the effort that made me feel like I wanted to get his jersey. Yeah, it kind of ended bad, but you know what? His highlight, he outbeat Brian Mitchell's record. Logan Thomas feels like he could do that for me. He's my moral support. Let me just say that right now.
Own it.
Let me
Gotta be
put
kidding me.
my back on Logan Thomas. But, like that was one of my guys. Like McLaurin, though, I wish like I could get his. Like he's definitely, the cap. He's a captain. He's got that. I'm not gonna lie. He's got that offensive feel of Darryl Green. Like he's got that feel, that flow. Like he's gonna be on the Redskins Washington football team.
So very cool. Yeah, I like that. He's the bucket. He's the guy that carries lunch pail, comes in every single day, does what he needs to do. I like that. I like that. Could definitely, outside of obviously Chase Young and our punter, outside of those two, Logan Thomas last year could have been up there for MVP and like top 5 guys on the squad. Like he was a star. I see where your eyes are going. I'm trying to think. Pressway, Chase, Terry. I think you could put Logan in there.
No, I mean there wasn't too many positives. Brandon,
right.
Brandon probably would have been it, just squeak over Chase Young only because he made All Pro. But
right.
I mean, Brandon got me because he was like a 5'7" Mighty Mouse. Like he gave that effort to be that guy for a punt return. Like that's what he made. Like he showed the effort for me. Like he was that player I noticed the most.
No, but to me, like it just goes back to like when I go for a jersey, it has like, and I'm glad it has like sentimental reasons for you. Like that kind of goes back to why. So when AP came on our team, I picked up his jersey because I'm like, I need to get that Hall of Famer on, like, you know what I'm saying? Like I want that jersey, like, you know what I'm saying? Because he was just you already knew he was a Hall of Famer. So it's the sentiment of it, and it holds dear. And if not, it has to be a longevity thing. Like the person is a long stay on the team, like potential to be on like the Ring of Honor. You know what I'm saying? Like that type of thing. That's to me. You know what I'm saying? That's what I look for when I get a jersey. Okay.
Oh yeah, I'm with that. I honestly completely agree, and that's why. And Ab, I'll come right back to you. That's why I don't get a lot of, especially current players, because we ain't been that great, and there's nobody that's really kind of brought my attention. I mean, I think the last time that my attention was really grabbed was 2012, RG3. I mean, Kurt stayed for a couple years, but I didn't want to get his jersey. My fiance did, but I didn't. You know what I mean? We had, we had a couple guys like that, but for me, RG3 was the last time that I really wanted to get a jersey. But if we're talking jerseys from the past, if we're talking, I just want a jersey that has the guy that I love. I'm rocking it to the cows come home. Ab, who you got, man?
I mean, the obvious is Mr. 21. Come on, bro. The obvious is Mr. 21. I think that is the mainstay of any real fans roster of jerseys. You know what I'm saying?
You ain't wrong there.
It's to the point where I get different styles of 21. You get what I'm saying?
There's 5 or 6. You have to get them.
It's just to that point. You know what I'm saying? But but that's easy too. So that's just an easy jersey right there. 21 is the obvious, but maybe reaching of LeVar Arrington. Was it Sammy Ball? You know what I'm saying? Just these cats, it's just but 21 is. But RG3 too, by the way.
Oh yeah. I figured you already had that.
RG3 too. I don't care what anybody says, man. That was probably the most electrifying football anybody has seen in this probably generation. You know what I'm saying? I don't like he brought pride to this town.
He brought it.
My answer is RG3 because 21's too obvious. My answer is number 10, RG3. Okay,
I didn't want to call you out and just say that in the question because I thought that's where you were gonna go, but you did go with 2-1. So I mean,
this way, this way, and then
RG3. But
I mean, I got them, but you don't say it at 21, and then I'm gonna say, I'm obviously gonna say AP because that's I already just got done saying that. But then, just final answer, number 10, RG3. That's the most electrifying football that we have seen in probably our lifetime right now. So,
without a doubt, I love that. I love that. Anton, what you thinking, man?
I mean, I already got your man already.
Right.
So, I mean, you already gonna have a problem there. But if I really had to go backwards, my whole emphasis started with Darryl Green because I actually played with his son playing basketball.
Word.
So let me get his jersey so I can really cry over a sentimental jersey. That's literally what started me, getting into football was seeing him show up and people were, who was that? Yeah. And I didn't know I was playing on his son's basketball team. So this dude showed up, came to our basketball games. My dad was sitting there talking to him because he's the only other. Not gonna lie, he was the only other black dude in Loudoun County that was playing. That was taking his son to the basketball games out there.
I mean, here's what it
is. But that's what it was at those times.
Right.
So right now, that carries a lot of sentimental value with me. But I'm not gonna lie. There's one guy, Sean, that we both know that I actually won his jersey, Mr. Michael Nelms. Get his jersey. He was actually one of our punt returners back in the 80s before all of that. He was with the big boys.
With the whole full helmet with the bar down the middle and everything. Okay.
I do want to get his jersey.
You knew that.
That's a little silent.
I mean, because Mike Nelms is somebody you gotta know. He was playing in 83, 82, something like that.
Just to let you know, Mike Nelms actually went to our church when we were growing up.
Wow.
He actually, with the week, saw them. He actually went to our church. And he's the one that sold my dad his car because he owned the Chevrolet dealership when he retired.
Oh, wow.
That's
interesting. Shout out to Mike Nelms, man. Shout out to him. Definitely got some kick return game in the day. Yeah, he actually, if I'm not mistaken, returned a kickoff in the Super Bowl in 19, and the one we beat the Dolphins in 82,
That's most of his football cards are that picture. He returned it.
Wow, interesting. Okay, I like that. Honestly, I can't argue with any of your picks. RG3 was. When RG3 got drafted, I'll never forget. I'm a huge Outkast fan. And my favorite artist of all time is Andre 3000. And if you look at them in certain pictures, they look alike. And in my mind, I was like, my quarterback looks like my favorite artist. Oh! And that year was absolutely amazing for me. That is one jersey I definitely still to this day will get. Even though now it's in some places like $10 and all that stuff. But you can't take away what he did for that. He's still one of the highest ranking rookie jerseys, if not the highest rated rookie jersey ever to be sold.
Yep.
He is amazing. He literally changed this whole area. This whole DC area was just we were sold on him. We were ready for the next 10 years. So I definitely gotta throw him out there. That was my biggest jersey. And then before that, it was definitely Sean Taylor. But with me, it's been well documented. I've said it on this show multiple times. I've said it on every show I've been on. Me starts with January 31st, 1988, and Charger Stadium, man. Quarterback number 17, Doug Williams. Period. The end. He did it. He did for me what nobody else could ever have done. He did for me what for a lot of people Obama did. Because to me, football was everything, and to see a black quarterback take the Washington Redskins, beat a John Elway-led team, coming back down 10 where he was hurt, then came back. I mean, I go as far as listening to the announcers in that game and talking about, while he's dominating, they're talking about, his backup. His backup is the future of this team. This man just put up 35 points in 18 plays, and you're talking about his backup?
Backup.
Little bitter. Because
not to mention that's still a record to this day, I want to say. And
there you go.
It should be, yeah, I think so, yeah.
Just saying.
35 points in 18 plays, and it's still, as a matter of fact, I think it might be a playoff record in most points in a quarter. He sat there and had the greatest. He helped bring out the greatest one-game hero of Timmy Smith, 204 yards rushing in that game. You know what I mean? Wearing the double.
Was his backup Mark Rippon?
So Mark Rippon was on the team. But Mark Rippon was not. He didn't draft that game. His backup that game was Jay Schrader.
Okay.
Jay Schrader he ended up going to the Raiders. Jay Schrader was supposed to be this great, amazing guy. Jay Schrader wasn't. He didn't pan out. He went to the Raiders. But Doug Williams, I already have a Doug Williams jersey, so I have to honestly, I got to go with two people. One of them you said, Anton, Darryl Green. The other guy is Art Monk. Art Monk for me is the epitome of what I taught each of my kids when I coach. You sit there, you play the game, you work your butt off, you don't say a word. A Barry Sanders thing. You hand them the ball, you sit there and you break records, you do everything, you score, you do everything for your team, but you do it silently. You do it like you've been there before. Art Monk, to me, is the epitome of an amazing football player. So him, Darryl Green, yeah, and then with Doug Williams, those are the three that, for me, do it. They absolutely do it. So of all time, since our dear friend alluded to it earlier, Mr. Snell, Mr. Nathan Snell, who do you, of all time, like, for Washington, which jersey would you buy?
Well, like I said, I'm a little younger, so I gotta say I have like my top three, but my first one, number one, has to be Champ Bailey. Like when Champ Bailey was drafted, like playing alongside Darrell Green, he established himself as probably one of the best premier corners in the game.
Yeah,
played all 16 games those 5 years he was in Washington, and the way they did him dirty, to just trade him to Denver. And I sat there and go like, well, what if? And then Sean Taylor has to be another one. I'm just in there, like, that'd be amazing. Like, what if Champ Bailey and Sean Taylor one side of the field? That would have been something else. And it's sad that his life was ended so abruptly. And number three, I gotta go with Terry Allen.
Wow. Okay.
Because I believe he's on the 80 greatest Redskins.
I can see it. He had some good years.
His throwback, yeah.
That was a reach on that one.
I like it. Now, the only thing I'm going to say is Champ Bailey. I would have loved to have seen him and Sean Taylor play, but if we had Champ Bailey, we might never got Sean Taylor. And the reason why, Champ Bailey was traded for Clinton Portis. Clinton Portis was the one who went and said to the management, "You need to draft this guy. You need to draft Sean Taylor to our team." So, yeah,
his word.
I mean, you would definitely love it if they were on the same team. But then you like Clinton Portis, he was a monster too. So I completely agree.
And we wouldn't have been in the situation to draft Sean Taylor either.
Well, yeah,
that's a good point.
We got Sean Taylor at like 6.
Yeah, it was high. Yeah, but I mean, in the last 20 years, we picked pretty high, pretty frequently.
Yeah.
That's why there's no real recent jerseys that we're ranting and raving about, with the exception of the last couple, guys from the last couple years. So, gotta move on. Absolutely love it. And again, ladies and gentlemen, with this new name change, ain't too many jerseys we really talking about getting, because we are Redskins. We are a part of the Washington Redskins fan club. Shout out to the football team and the new name. They are undefeated against the Cowboys, but it's still tough. It's still tough. It's still tough. But
shout out to the Cowboy fans that are still listening.
Oh yeah. Hey, look, we gotta move on. Look, we gotta move on to the longest running segment on this show, which is Like It, Love It, or
Hated it.
Hate it.
And speaking of those devilish, those demonic, those dumb Cowboys, Dallas is going to be the newest team on Hard Knocks this year. And I'm going to go to the Ravens fan first. Nathan, how do you think that's going to play out? How do you feel about that? Do you like it, love it, or hate it?
I'm leaning towards like it to hate it, because I just think that, like Dallas has a couple things to prove. Like, I need to see how Dak looks, after missing his off, last season with his injury. But I think this is all more for just Jerry Jones, obviously. It's just more money in his pocket. And, like the Cowboys got a lot to prove. To me, they got a lot to prove. And I think putting them on Hard Knocks, I think it's just Jerry Jones just being Jerry Jones. So it's nothing new to me.
Yeah. Okay. What you think, man?
So, okay. I hate it because I kind of feel like, why don't we ever get this damn show? Like I always like, I hate it for that reason. Like I'm a hater, man.
Kind of consistent with the same teams. Like switch it up.
Man? Like I don't understand why we don't ever get this damn show. The last time we got it was, I really want to say it was when we had the Patriots here for training camp.
Yes.
I want to say, yeah, and like I was just like. Yeah, that's a long ass time ago.
Right.
So
the first couple seasons.
So I'm like, I hate it for that reason. Like, I'm just a hater. Like, I'm so excited about seeing my team. I really want to see my team to the point where I want to see it on Hard Knocks. I want to see our team on Hard Knocks. But at the same time, I love that Dallas is on Hard Knocks, because I almost feel you play your hand by jumping on this show. I honestly feel, I really feel like you do, like the learning the cadences, learning the like the nuances of each play, knowing the players who they're focused on, like who they're like, oh, this player's doing quite good, like
Right.
he's having a good camp, and just shit like that. Like to me, I low key love it. I hate it because I'm a hater and I want to see my team on this damn show, but low key love it. I low key love it because it's like, to me, I feel they're showing these players' hands. Like, I'm sorry. They're showing Dallas's hand. They really are. I really want to say, like, they're gonna have this play that they're gonna play during the show, and then they're gonna try to put that on us, and we're gonna just stuff that shit right down their throat. So,
Amen.
Right down their throat.
I hope you see it. You're gonna get it all year, baby. Let's go. Yo, Anton, what you thinking, man? How you feeling?
I'm not gonna lie. I feel like they're gonna play how they are, and then like see the film with us and see how we're beating the hell out of them. Like, man, they ain't got their division title for like 4 years, and they're sitting there getting beat up on the Redskins. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's like, I'm kind of hating just like you, Ab. Like, Why can't we, like, after last year, how dead, like, bottom in predictions, how we were, and everybody would bet against us in, like, sports casting. And next thing you know, here we were. They showed out, like, way better than anybody else could have predicted.
Yeah.
But in our division of seeing Dallas, there's a lot of uncovered stuff that they're going to put on that show. And it'll show a lot of their character about people that are around their football. How much is Jerry Jones going to expose on this show? Is it just going to be a whole lot of words, or is it going to be a whole lot of film? You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel you, Lab. Like, that's what I'm looking at, is how much film is going to be on, so you can see, like, is it during the practice? Is it, sidelines of the games? Like,
have you seen the show before, bro?
I have.
I'm being legit. I'm not trying to talk shit. I'm just asking, have you seen the show before?
Yeah.
I don't think the GM has any say-so on what's played in the show. Like, literally, they have the cameras out, and of course they're not in the huddle. But I'm just saying, like, literally, they are right there showing everybody up and down, running plays and everything like that. So
I want to see what Jerry Jones is going to let loose.
I think Jerry might have a little bit more control.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I think he'll have a hand in what the show really exposes.
Yeah, exposes. Exactly.
Honestly, look, I like it. I like it, and I'm gonna tell you why. I think it was Will that made this point. Shout out to Will. Could be with us visiting with family from out of the country. So shout out to you. We're holding it down for you, Dub K. He put on who was on there last year? Was it the Texans? Were they on there last year?
I believe so.
I think it was the Texans. A couple years ago, it was Browns. I know Cincinnati's been on there. Every team that's been on there ain't really done great in the regular season. Like, they ain't been dominant. And you haven't had, like, the Patriots or last year's Bucks or the Chiefs or any of that stuff. So I'm hoping that this kind of exposes what they got going on, exposes where on that ankle we can soften up on their quarterback, exposes those wide receivers.
You is not shit. You is not shit. You fooling my shit. Like, you fooling my shit, for real.
Let's go.
You going for the weak spots. Real quick.
I hope it exposes them. I hope, like Ab was saying, I hope it exposes them. I hope it puts it right out and we see what they're doing. And I hope we got like Cole Holcomb and Jamin Davis, all those guys like, oh, they're coming with a sweep. We saw the Hard Knocks. They're going with the sweep. Here comes the reverse. Here comes, I hope they call it out. I hope they sit there and say, yo, got him. Here they come. We got him. Blew him. You know what I mean? Like, I hope that does it. I hope Jerry gets all the publicity and the spotlight and everything he wants on his team, and I hope they sink to the bottom. So I like it. Good. Let us see what they're doing.
Last year it was the Raiders and the Chargers.
The Raiders and the Chargers?
Rams and the Chargers, excuse me.
The Rams and the Chargers. Well, Rams made the playoffs, so. Well, I mean, they have a big defense. But look.
This is like Dallas's third appearance on Hard Knocks anyway, so.
And they haven't done anything in 20 years, so. Hey, look,
but I was going to say it goes to the Hall of Fame game, too. It's like, I know that's all the backups and everything like that playing in the Hall of Fame game, but so, like, you still get that extra week of film on that team that's playing in the Hall of Fame game.
Yeah.
Whatever. I don't care if we ever play a Hall of Fame game.
Like, right.
Ever, bro.
And look, and I gotta shout out, I gotta shout out them for this. They're allowing their team to be videotaped and filmed. Yeah. Certain teams that are up north in Baltimore, certain teams in Baltimore don't want themselves being filmed. I'm not calling anybody out, but since you're on the show, I'm gonna give you the opportunity. I'm gonna give you the opportunity to talk about why you don't want your quarterback being filmed, and then we're gonna leave it at that.
Wow.
Come on, Nate. Come on, we have to get you some.
When are you gonna let this go, Sean?
Never. Never.
But I'm not the one. Like, see, again, like, that clip of him when he threw the ball, that pass, it was a bad pass, and then everybody went to town on it. Like one throw doesn't determine, oh my gosh, like the practice was real crappy.
Yeah.
And then also too, like it's not just with Baltimore. I think this was with any NFL team. Like you're really not supposed to be filming certain stuff because there are certain things like offensively, like the Kansas City Chiefs, for example, right? Like they had a quarterback that was like trying to well, okay, listen to what Lamar Jackson would do. So there's certain things like, okay, like if I film this, this is gonna leak out. Like that's an advantage that Baltimore or New England's gonna pick up. So there's certain things you want to keep a secret. But no one's hiding Lamar Jackson. No one's hiding Lamar Jackson.
Hey, look, hey, ladies and gentlemen, I just want to shout out my guy. I want to give him the opportunity to talk about his show, and he'll be talking about that a little bit later. But he did do a show on how frustrated he got and how the media blew up a situation that wasn't that big. It wasn't that crazy. So, hey, I'm going to give you the opportunity to talk about your show a little bit later, Nate, for sure. But we do got one more thing in Like It, Love It, Hate It. And, Ab, I'm going to come to you first on this. Washington, this happened a day after our last show. So this happened last Thursday. Washington gets fined $10 million for cultural issues. Ab, what the? Come on. Like,
Yo.
So I know. So $10 million. That's a lot to me. That's a lot to you, Sean. Nate,
right.
That's a lot to you. Anton, I know you big balling in VB, so I know that may not be too big for you, but
you know, my wall and everything, you know.
So, like, to me, honestly, so $10 million to anybody on the outside, we're looking in.
Yeah,
they could literally look at this and they're like, "Oh, $10 million. Oh my gosh, that's serious. That's crucial and everything like that." But to me, I don't think that's enough, bro. I've said it online. I've said it several times online. But $10 million, it's literally enough money to be like to all the regular motherfuckers.
Yeah, yeah.
Continue.
Regular, with your chest.
Regular ignorant people out there. And I'm trying, Sean. I'm trying, bro.
I appreciate you, man. I appreciate you. Sometimes my mom watches the show, brother. I appreciate you.
I said I'm trying, Sean. I said I'm trying. All right, so $10 million to the and when I say this, when I say ignorant, it's like I'm not insulting people, but it's people that are ignorant to $10 million. Like honestly, I'm ignorant to $10 million, and like, but just majority of us out here, $10 million is a lot, and to us, they're like, oh wow, they really hit them with this fine, this $10 million. They're really doing something. Da. But I don't think a lot of people add perspective into this $10 million. To us, that's a lot. To Dan Snyder, that ain't shit. That is not shit, bro. That's toilet paper. Yeah. I'm trying to tell you, that's toilet paper for this man.
That's toilet
paper. You know what I'm saying? And I don't think people realize that this isn't anything to this man. Like, you aren't really punishing. The whole point of a fine is to punish. And you're not punishing this man. And then at the same time, before our show last week, I said something along the lines is that they got this co-owner because of a way to get over on something. And literally that's what they did. Is literally got over on the league by putting Dan Snyder's wife, Tanya Snyder, as a co-CEO and having Dan Snyder step down. Step down.
Yeah, right.
Like that's getting like I'm trying to tell you, like this is Dan Snyder getting over on the league. And and honestly, and I don't think the league is dumb enough to not realize what's going on. I think they're like, look, bro, we're playing we're going against the political views right now. We're going against society, and we have to make it seem like we are punishing you, and we got to make it seem that you're not going to keep your team.
Yeah.
So have your wife hold on to it, and then this $10 million that's going to women-based charities, and everything like that. Like you care about them,
right.
Like, but we're gonna make this. We just want to make it seem like we care and you care about women, and let this die down a little bit, maybe in a year. Because people don't remember past a year. Just come on back, bro. Just come on back. Start polluting our league again. Just give us a year, okay? Just step down for a year and come on back.
Down.
Yo,
it's a true anti. Yo, talk about it, because it literally is like, oh, here you go.
It literally is a slap on the freaking wrist. This is the same thing the NBA did. So now all of a sudden the NFL is like, all right, let's ensue the same penalty to this guy. Let's not really incorporate something that is going to make an emphasis on the problem. So, all right, now he gets this fine. Now I'm sure all the owners, Kraft and Jim Jones and all, they're all talking. JJ's like, why don't you just let your wife take over? She's been, you've been saying you've been out of the office all this time. Let her be there, Right. I'm not going to lie, but this is Iron Man 3 with Pepper taking over his business and him doing all his stuff. Just let Snyder, do all his little meetings, whatever, and Tanya be at the office. That's basically what has happened.
Yeah, absolutely.
He's too big of a businessman to really worry about the Redskins or worry about the Washington football team. Let somebody else take over that's actually going to be in the building and be at the meetings.
Right. Simple as that. And Nathan, you've documented it on your show. Dan Snyder has been running roughshod over Washington, and we talked about last week how this was a PC move. He was sitting here trying to appease certain people, and then for them to slap a $10 million fine on it's like, oh, okay, you took a couple quarters from a man that has millions and millions. So what is this like? Like it, love it, or hate it, Nathan. Like, how do you feel about this, man?
Well, to them to get fined $10 million, I actually kind of love it, honestly, because unfortunately with Dan Snyder, he's trying to cover up a multitude of sins. Let's just call it what it is. Y'all can read in between the lines what I mean by that, but they haven't gotten better as a team under him as ownership. He pretty much, sweeping things under the rug, sending cheerleaders all, to about where it was. I think it was in the Dominican Republic. Y'all help me out with that. But when you're hearing like culture issues, and then again, like he's hiring women in certain positions of power. I just think that this
about that a few episodes ago about hiring a lot of women just to secure,
to say, hey, listen, I'm hiring women, but no, like you're not going to get any pass for that. Like you as an owner, like
responsibility,
responsibility matters. Like, but again, like I hate to pull the race card, but if this was a black GM. Or like he's getting thrown to the carpet. Like he's being caught for his job. Let's just call it what it is.
Make it plain.
He wouldn't have made it this far. Let's just say that.
Wouldn't have made it this far.
Made it this far.
Yeah,
And
let's
then for
be
the
honest.
NFL to like just like $10 million, and then on top of that, here it is, like especially the times that we're in, to like not even like say, yo man, like this, like you really kind of crossing some murky territory, and like Roger Goodell and them just slapping $10 million, that's nothing to him. Like you guys already said it, it's basically like
Cover up for Goodell.
it's cover up.
Let me
Yeah.
put it in perspective for you guys, okay? So we agree Dan Snyder is a billionaire, right? A billionaire with a B. A
He's
B.
swimming in the money.
Okay. So at the very least, this man has $1 billion. So
Waiting.
then, okay, $1 billion at the least. And
Yeah.
so then they find him $10 million. Okay.
Yeah.
That's $100 to me and you.
Facts.
$100 to me and you.
Not even
That
50.
is a speeding ticket.
Yep.
You
Yeah.
hear me?
Like
You
Sean
hear me?
said.
Yeah.
Slap
Yeah.
on the wrist.
At the very least, let me just say least, because we said, I'm saying $1 billion. He has more than $1 billion, y'all.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
He's got it somewhere.
He's
He
got all
has
short accounts.
more than $1 billion. So that's maybe $50 to this
Nothing.
man.
It's nothing.
$75 to this
Like,
man,
he should
bro.
have
He's already made back the money that they fined him. Okay, he probably made it back while he was paying them. He made that money back. And look, Ab, I gotta shout you out, man. Shirtless Wonder, because what you said was absolutely correct. We're stuck under the umbrella of Snyderism, and the fact that they billed him $10 million is nothing to him. It's like, oh, really? Oh, okay, I understand the protocol. Here you go, $10 million, great. Oh, I already made it back with this investment. Like it's just, what are we doing? Like, come on! I hate this. I hate it because this is an enabler. This is just going to enable him to do more. Oh, you're just going to find me $10 million? Oh, all I got to do is make my wife the co-CEO? Oh, okay, cool. Let me go ahead and get this dance team. All you cheerleaders, you want some money? Come on back to me.
But at some point, it's going to come out. At some point, like it's going to come out. Like the cat's already out the bag. It's like the NFL, to me, like the NFL takes more of a black eye because you're saying, well, we know the things he's done as an owner, but at the end of the day, I got 31 other teams that are bringing in money. Like this is a guy who makes the image of the team. Fans look bad because it's like, wow, this is an owner who practically.
Yeah, and honestly, the worst thing that could happen, and I hate it because we're all Washington fans. We love them. The worst thing that could happen is we can do good. Because the more good we do on the field, the more he's going to attempt to take credit for it and be like, oh, well, hey, look at all this stuff I did and look what we're doing. Oh,
exactly.
Oh, it's BS. It's complete BS. I hate it.
If they really wanted to punish him, like, and honestly, I hate to say this, like, but they should have put this $10 million against our cap. They should have fined us. Find us draft picks. Like I bet you everything gets straightened up real damn quick.
There you go.
Do they find Snyder or do they find the team? Like that's.
You find the team, man. Like what?
Find the team.
What you find the team because it's like what hurts the most. We all just said $10 million does not hurt Snyder at all.
Oh.
Yeah.
And honestly, I think we all can agree. Sometime in the future, this man is just going to get his job back. He's just going to come back on, regardless.
And that's why I'm listening.
You have to hurt the team because that hurts his money in the long run, and that hurts his brand. You hurt the brand, you hurt his money, you hurt him. That's a punishment.
And
I get it.
I think
Like where I hate it is at like the cap where they had it, and I hear your side, Abdul, because that's a reasonable like regardless over everything how that is explained. I don't think it should have been 10 million. I think it should have been more than that. Just because like the basketball when they issued it out to Mark Cuban and his issue, it was 10 million. I think football should have had a higher mark on that. Just because he had the whole office, he had everything.
It definitely should have been higher, but again, if it's to the individual, it's not anything. It doesn't matter to the individual. But if it's to what he's trying to build, because at the end of the day, the whole co-CEO thing is just for optics. It doesn't matter. It's not. He's not. He's still in charge of things. He's still like, yeah. We'll give her the title, but you already know where the buck stops. The buck stops with me. Let's just make it plain. So he is still. You got to hit him in the place that he's actually. That it appears that he's succeeding in. He's succeeding in with the team. He got the picks. He's getting these guys. We actually look like a viable contender right now. We look like we can win the division and get to the playoffs. We look like that team if we stay healthy. You got to hit them there. You got to hit them where, okay, you're trying to build this. We're going to take some things. Like in college, they're not going to find the coach. They're going to find the scholarship. They're going to find you can't play in a bowl game this year. You can't, you know what I mean?
Which is unfair to the players.
Right, or the players. You got to hit him in the place that hurts. He don't care about money. To him is nothing. Money to him is water coming out of the faucet. And so it's like trying to find Money Mayweather. You know what I mean? The man that
because it's going to replenish somewhere else. It's going to replenish somewhere else tomorrow. So that's really what it is. You got to hit him.
Right. Good point, Ed. Good point.
But I was going to say you got to, like, honestly, when I as a parent, I always say this: you got to punish kids with something that they can't get back. They can't get back time. So honestly, you can try taxing them. I always say the daddy tax. Like you can always tax them with the daddy tax, but honestly, you take their time away, and that's what they appreciate the most. Like you can't go to this dance. Boom. That holds weight. So you set their football team back, i.e. time. You can't gain that back. You tax them with that second round pick, bro. If you think about it, that second round pick was Cosme.
Yes.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? That's Cosme right there.
Right. He might be a starter. So, I honestly, at the end of the day, I'll bring up a story. When I was in middle school, my 8th grade year, I played ball. It was the first year I played football. Our team went all the way to the championship. Championship was in December, and we were into the playoffs. And as we were into the playoffs, we got interims and all those things. And I was doing bad. I wasn't doing great because I wasn't focused. I was about playing ball. The one thing my folks were like, look, we're gonna, you're not focused in school. School's more important. They were gonna take away my ability to play on the championship team, on that team. We were head and shoulders above a lot of people. We were gonna go, and I was a wide receiver on a running team, so I didn't get much love. I got like 1 or 2 catches. That's beside the point. We'll talk about football later. But the big thing was, it was something that my parents knew that it was like, yo, this is gonna kill him. Like this is gonna be so much so at that particular point, PlayStation, I think it was either Sega Genesis or PlayStation 1 was out. This man right here collected his games and his PlayStation, and I said, Mom, Dad, I just want to play. I handed them my PlayStation. And I maybe y'all aren't gamers. I'm a gamer. Okay? I play. When I did the overnight for years, that was the way that kept me up. I am a gamer. I play. So when I handed that over, they knew how important that was to me. But that was something that was like, oh my God, you're gonna take football. You gotta hit him where it hurts, and 10 million don't hurt. You gotta turn the air on. It's hot. It's been hot here. Sorry. So yeah, we gotta hit him where it hurts. But look, we got to move on from that. We have to move on from that. Ab, are you still with us?
Can I make one more final comment? The NBA, when they banned Donald Sterling for life, because he was a former owner for the Los Angeles Clippers because of his comments about predominant African Americans coming to his games. Mm-hmm. If Roger Goodell has that same approach like Adam Silver did with Donald Sterling, you would see a big difference. It's a step that the NFL needs to take. I just think that what Daniel Snyder's doing, and because again him coming up for his sins, like more of this is going to come out to the point where I really would like to see Roger Goodell ban Daniel Snyder for life as owner.
What happened? You're muted. You're muted. Anton, you're muted.
Sorry, I had the Jets flying over, so I had it muted. No, I was thinking like because he had Jessica King hired as a coach before literally a lot of this happened, and he sponsored her a lot, which helped his influence of like, look, he cares for a female character. I don't think it was his move. I think it was partnership of his wife. And I think having her in this role helps a lot because, Goodell could have handed this out to him and he could have been relieved of that position a long time ago. Yeah. When all this news of having an NFL, what do they have? What do they do with owners when they start getting in the news? They let him go. You don't keep him around to like, all right, maybe we'll hide you under a rock somewhere and then hopefully people will forget about you. No, this is a fan base where we don't forget.
Right.
So they're not going to let this go. But, Snyder is having his ways of keeping his hands on things. So having Tanya will help the football team because, she'll be there more than Dance will be. So I think relinquishing his powers will help a little bit.
A little bit. And again, we're in a league with it where it's what have you done for me lately? And to be honest with you, the recent moves that he's made, to your point, Anton, he hired Jennifer King. He's hired Martin Mayhew and Jason Wright in the front office. He's hired these minority coaches and players and things of that nature. So where he looks like the accepting, open guy. And let's be honest, he's in bed with Jerry Jones. We covered it a couple weeks ago about how Jerry Jones is going to help him with the promotion and the sponsorships and all those different things. He knows what he's doing. He's getting to bed with the right people. He's doing what he needs to do. It's unfortunate for our team, but such is life. Ladies and gentlemen, we have to move on from this. I'm so loving this conversation, but we have to move on because I told one of my co-hosts I had a little something. Last week, ladies and gentlemen, if you watched this last week, we sat here and we talked about our boy. Now, as a matter of fact, Mr. Moral Supports guy, Morgan Moses. He got signed with the New York Jets, and we're kind of upset. We're kind of sad. We missed the guy, but you know what? Hey, more power to you. Hopefully everything will work for you in New York with Robert Saleh as your coach. But one of the things my man brought up is Ab, the Shirtless Wonder, said him and I, we both played ball, and we both were guys that said we made sure that if we had an ounce of running blood in our veins, we were going to be on the field. We did everything in our power to be on the field. So I have to bring a blast from the past, ladies and gentlemen. A friend of ours, associate, friend of the show, Mr. Joey Harris. he put up a video that he had seen recently, and
I gotta see this.
my junior year, my friend's senior year, there was this number 33, and I was just gonna see if you could spot him out on this video right here. Play. My man, Abdullah, number 33, was balling out. He was balling out. Now listen, the reason why I bring this up on the show is I definitely got to shout out to Shirtless Wonder because he did his thing. Okay, and we had a stacked backfield with him leading the way. We had him, we had Mike Dale, we had Duriel Thomas. Okay, Dan Coughlin was fullback, but there was another guy that was low on the depth chart and didn't get as much love as somebody else. And we had another guy on the team, Mr. Leandre Boone, that came that year, and he dominated. So there wasn't many clips of certain people on the show in this game, but I want to see if you could notice where I'm at. Okay, let's see. This first clip, if you're gonna watch, I want you to watch the sidelines, and that's where I'm at. It's the first clip. I just want to watch sidelines. Right? Just watch the sidelines on the first clip. All right. If you notice, the second clip was a little bit shorter. It was a little bit shorter on there. If you saw in the first part of the second clip, I was the one jumping up and down the sideline, and the second one I was handing the ball off, and the third one, the game was in hand on the third clip, and I did get my 9-yard, 4 or 5 yard run. The reason why I put this up, the reason why I put this up is because Cab had made a comment that was so on point last week about Morgan Moses, how when you are sitting there and you are playing in the game, you do everything in your power to stay on the field. Look, don't feel bad for me. I got my time the next year once Ab graduated, but Ab was a monster.
No, I
That
wasn't
triple
either.
33?
Oh my gosh.
No, stop. Ab, you were a monster. And we told on our earlier episode, I think it was like episode 10 or 11, when Nick, I Want to Smoke Rosario came on the show. I told a story how we were playing in a game against South Lakes. Ab's senior year, my junior year. Ab was running the whole way. And I got in the game late. It was a third down. They ran a toss play. When they ran the toss play, it felt like slow motion. I got tackled in the backfield. I came off the field. The coach looked at me and then looked away. I went right to Ab. Ab was my mentor. I went to him and and he said, "What the hell is wrong with you, man?" I said, Ab, I just froze. Hit me upside the helmet. Get it together. That's iron sharpening iron, ladies and gentlemen. That next year I was a lead back and I was good. I wouldn't say a stud, but I was good.
You was dominant in your own way, Sean.
Hey, I still tell people that I have a locker inside Herndon locker room.
You were dominant in your own way, brother.
But yo, I had to put that out because I thought about it all week. Yo,
listen, those are some good throwbacks.
Yo, can we just say, like, can we give a hand clap to that man?
No, you gotta show
out. Like, that was some good video right there, yo.
Yo, I wish I had more. I wish I had more videos of our your junior year, my junior year. But it was beautiful. You were dominating the game. When I saw, I watched that video like 3 or 4 times, man. Because one, I was trying to find if I was even on the field, but two, I wanted to see how many runs you had, Ab. I want to see how many runs. But yo, that backfield was stacked. It had Ab. It had Mike Dale. It had Duriel was in there. It had Dan Coughlin was in there. And so I mean, I was down the list of guys, but if you saw how Ab ran, man, yo, the Shirtless Wonder was just a monster.
He was moving.
He was doing that thing. What? No. Don't say. You know. Yo, I had to put it out there, man.
That smash play was serious.
Bro, I had to put it out there. You know why, man? Because we went to battle together. We went to war together, and that's something I can say. You know, I know each one of these other guys from other places. You and I went to battle together, man. Had to put that out there for you. As soon as I saw it, I was like, "Is that Ab? Oh, is that Ab over there?
No,
is that Ab over there?"
I will go to many more wars with you, Sean, for real. As long as you're on my team, man, we can definitely hand out these ass whoopings.
I got you. And if you look closely on the sidelines of some of those, the guy that was jumping up and down, yours truly.
He was cheering on yours truly, though. He was cheering him on. I would have too,
definitely.
Bro. I was
you consider yourself a North and South or East or West?
33.
What was that, Nate?
I was asking, Ed, would you consider yourself a North and South run or East or West?
No, I'm North and South. Like, I didn't have any juke in me. Like, man.
He
like,
got that ball, it was gone.
Can I tell you the truth? I wish I knew about what I know about football now back then. Like, I just didn't know enough to really play the game as efficiently as I should have. But no, honestly, all that running that I was able to do was our offensive line for real. Like,
You had some gaps.
literally, that's all. Like, literally, my offensive line. My friend Guido Carvajal was the center, and I knew that was
No.
my that dude. I grew up with him, so literally just opening up shit for me.
Hey,
Oh yeah. He fostered too. We had a great line. We had a great time. But yo,
Who won that game? What was the final score?
I don't even know what game that was.
That was the Hayfield game. Your senior year, the first game of your senior year. I think we went 7-3 that year. Yeah, because we had Leandre Boone on that team. I think I had gotten hurt in the beginning because I was on kick return. And I was also look, we had a stacked defense. We had a stacked. Pat was playing
quarterback.
Pat Commerce was at. We had Pat Commerce at quarterback. We had Guido. We had Dan McGrath, Steve Davis on the line. BK Brett Kellogg was on the line. We had Sasser at wide receiver. We had Rodis at wide receiver. Defense, we had Lanier. We had Coughlin, Tom Coughlin, Darren Coughlin at linebacker. Son O at corner. Don't start with me.
Look at him.
Thomas joint. Look, Ryan Hayes on this joint, man. Come on. I loved all of you guys. Not everybody loved me because they didn't want to see somebody jumping up and down on the daggone sideline.
Whatever, man. You were the most lovable person on the team. I don't know what you're talking about, man.
Yo, it's funny. I had a lot of people that they didn't really feel me too much. But look, we'll talk about that stuff off camera. We'll talk about that stuff off camera. Real quick, guys, before we go, I would be remiss if I got my guy on the show. I want to say, on behalf of Washington Football Weekly, Nathan, we so appreciate you filling in for Dub K, Thanks, Will Kramer, man. So I know you do a whole bunch of stuff, man. Give you the opportunity. Ladies and gentlemen, I guest star on his show every once in a while. He's sitting here I can't keep up with all the stuff he's doing. You know what I mean? We're specific here with Washington. He's talking, like I said, WNBA, NBA, baseball, football, Olympics, hockey, whatever it is. So Nathan Snell, man, talk to us. What you got going on? What's coming up with you in the near future?
Oh, well, first and foremost, I just want to thank you guys for giving me the opportunity to appear on my first episode of Washington Weekly Football. So yeah,
wait, time out. You gonna say it? You gotta get the name right. Washington
Football Weekly.
WFW.
Exactly. WWF. But honestly, I started making videos last year when the pandemic started, and then ever since then, I've gotten the green light from numerous, friends. Got shot Cameron Crump, Elliot Tinsley, Marcus.
Time out again. You will not shout out my nephew who does not appear on camera. Okay? You're not shouting out Cameron Crump until he shows up on camera. Cameron, do you see me, Cameron? I'm looking at you. Bye. All right? Come on, camera, baby. Keep going. Sorry.
But no, honestly, I would say a few months ago, I came with the idea of creating my own podcast. It kind of was off the what you guys do, and then with Let's Talk Football, the round table. So pretty much right now I'm in season 1 of my podcast. I talk, NBA, football, WNBA, there's just social politic issues. I personally, my podcast is all about having a conversation, being diverse in thinking, having an opinion, because I believe we can all be diverse. And honestly, it's been fun. You guys say this is therapy, and when I make my podcast, it's therapy as well. So, season 1 is going to conclude after the NBA Finals, and season 2 will start with the NFL season. So, hoping to get some guests on there, as many as I can, with basketball, football, baseball.
We're available.
Yeah, so. I'm throwing my name out there, bro.
I appreciate that.
No,
so my YouTube channel, it's one Nathan Snell. Check my podcast out. Great content. And again, It's all about still doing what I love. This is why I picked. This is my major in college is mass communication and journalism and media, radio and television. Here, everyone says I have the voice for it. So, and it's my passion. And honestly, I got to shout you guys out because it's like when I started watching you guys, and I was like, okay, like if they can do this, so can I. So it's all about support, and it's also about just doing what we love to do. And that's talk sports. So.
I love that, man. I love that. And you already know I've been on. Nathan goes on all hours of the day and or night. I think one time I came on right after I had driven, X amount of hours home, and it was something like 1 o'clock, and I was like, oh, I gotta talk. I'm ready.
Yes.
Let's go. So shout out to Nate doing his thing, man. Appreciate you being on the show. Gotta show love to my main man. Just got done visiting him last week. Okay, Mr. Moral Support. I didn't visit that guy over there. I visited this guy right here, Mr. Moral Support. Yes, sir. The guy that gets it done. Yo,
You were able to be on the show, doing your thing, man. Yo, shout you out. Anton Benton, man. Where in the world is he? He's in Virginia Beach, ladies and gentlemen. You want a good time, you go out there and visit my man. He'll take you on the boardwalk, show you around town, get you down. Yes, sir. Yes,
Love
sir.
to my people, sir.
You already know how to get down. You already know. And hey, I'll be remiss if I didn't talk about double tress. 33 in the building. Yo, the hardest running tailback in the game, baby. Okay, the guy that preceded double deuce, triple trace. Let's get it.
Let me
Shirtless wonder.
Let me tell you this real quick. Like, it's funny that you showed this clip. It's because it goes back to high school. I just pulled out my old wrestling tape from back in high school.
Yeah,
and, bro, I'm trying to tell you. Like, I just thought it was funny that you pulled that out, and then I just found my wrestling tape. So
this is having tears tonight.
I'm reminiscing time all the way over here, bro.
Let's go.
Okay, I see you.
Let's go. Yo, gotta show love. Got to show love, man. Y'all been riding with me since the very beginning. I know we just talking. Not everybody can get down with what we've been getting down with. And look, between y'all, Will included, Nathan, Nick and Delilah, Janae was on here a little bit earlier. Hey, man, like Nate said, man, we have a passion for this. We love this. Nate went to school for it. I didn't go to school for it. It's in my blood. My dad was a news anchor, in the 70s, had his own little shows and whatnot. Hey, I love this. This is my joy. So having y'all out here rock with me every week, it makes my heart smile, man. It makes my heart smile. But yo, ladies and gentlemen, we got to get off this. I'm over here in Ocean City. My girl and my her niece are sitting here telling me we got to go. So we're going to work this thing out. Oh, wait a minute. We might have some guests. Oh, yeah. Oh. Boom, boom, boom. In the building.
Isn't she the most adorable thing ever? Because I love her.
So it's adorable.
How old is she?
No.
I can't say how adorable she is unless I know how old she is.
Yo, we gotta go. We have to go. Yo, you know who it is. It's your boy Sean Spencer, man. I'm here with my main man, Nathan, Smooth Groove, Snell in the building. The shirtless wonder, Mr. Moist, Ablo, always with us. And where in the world is Anton Benton? Yes, sir. Mr. Moral Support in the building. Will Creamer will be back with us. Hey, Nate, check my man Nathan out. Like you said, Nathan Snell. That's his YouTube channel. Check him out. He's got a show tomorrow, correct, Nathan?
Yes. Tomorrow, yes.
Got a show tomorrow. Talking NBA Finals and WNBA and baseball, man. Hey, we'll be with you next time, ladies and gentlemen. Love ya.
Hello, everybody.
Hey, what's going on, guys?
I am Janae Strother.
I'm Sean Spencer.
We are back.
We are back, ladies and gentlemen.
I gotta go out and hold up.
I gotta go out of it. Hold up.
Come on. The line.
All right. I am Janae Struther, and this is Let's Talk Sports.